Is for $5 only at McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The Channel 3 Storm Alert Team, weather coverage you can count on.
As I'm sure you know, we have such great medical care here in Chattanooga and the Tennessee Valley, but do you think very often about how the arts can contribute to the healing process that our doctors put forward? They certainly give a lot of emphasis to that at CHI Memorial, and it's time once again for the Cam Busch Arts for Health series, so we're very happy to welcome Shayella Rowe, and this year she's brought with her Erica Roberts, who is a local poet. Good to see you both this morning.
It's great to be here. Thank you, Julie.
It's not really a surprise, I guess, Shayella, when you stop and think about the truth that the arts are very healing, even when you're not sick. If you surround yourself with beautiful music or pretty artwork, it just kind of lifts your spirit. But talk to me a little bit about what y'all see at the hospital with the direct impact the arts have in recovery.
Yeah, I think you're correct. When you think about it, most people do draw to a good song or curate images around them that help to make them feel better, right? And words as well. Words are not neutral. So at the hospital, what we try to do is create an environment where everybody who's here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, will have access to that. And we curate it in an engaging way to help tap into that experience that people are having here. And we get a really positive response from visitors and our healthcare staff as well.
Erica, it's appropriate, I think, that we're talking to you today. You weren't privy to the conversation, but David Carnes and I were talking at the top of the show about the power of choosing the right word for what you want to say. And he was talking specifically about the art of editing. In poetry, you take that even farther because you have to have your rhythm right, and the power of your word choice is critical.
Absolutely. It's you have to be intentional. You have to know who your audience is, and when there's a responsibility that comes with that too. When you know the power of the words, then you're going to be careful. You're going to be absolutely careful when you choose those important words to impart a comforting moment or an important moment. You want to be certain you're using the right words. And I take it really serious, the gift of wordsmithing. I take it very seriously.
And we have a gift actually this year at the Cam Busch Arts for Health event. We'll get to hear one of those really carefully crafted poems Erica has created in collaboration with our nurses and social workers and staff here at Memorial, talking about their experiences this year.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what you're going to be doing, because you're right. I would think that the impact this past year has brought to your coworkers has been very, very deep. So that'll be reflected in the series. It is a virtual one this year, but you've got a lot of different experiences that participants can enjoy. Kind of walk us through what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, we're always sad when we can't meet together. This is the 20th year for the Cam Busch Arts for Health series event in partnership with the Hunter Museum. And we're disappointed, but also are seeing the silver lining. Primarily because we have now the access for anyone in the world really to buy a $25 access ticket and log in and join that webinar. And so I mean, it really has ended up being a great opportunity to bring the world together and bring people across the country who may not be able to come here for this event.
So it is a one-day only event, right, on March 18th?
March 18th at 6 p.m. And then if you want to get a ticket, you just go to our website, www.memorial.org/arts for health.
So Erica, talk to me a little bit about your inspirations and your poetry. Obviously, the one that you've written that'll be enjoyed on March 18th is going to touch on this past year's events. But do you tend to try to bring just your own emotion to the words you write, or do you try to have a positive message always? What's your thought process?
Those things, because all those things are really important. In this particular piece for the series, though, I was able to get several recordings from different frontline workers here in the hospital, and I listened to them over and over again, and I picked out really important words from them. Some where you could hear the emotional intonation in their voices. You could hear how serious they were. I could even hear the prideful moments of their job. And so I take that and purposefully and intentionally place that within a poem that made sense, that also could use my own emotion as well. I've known people that passed away from COVID, so it was important to be certain and be clear that I was imparting exactly what they were feeling and what I was feeling as well.
What a beautiful experience, though, for you to be able to take your own gift and pair it with these nurses and healthcare workers' words of experience. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
And that is really what our program does. Like, we are working collaboratively with artists in the community, with creative arts therapists, and really creating things that are unique to the experiences of those who are in our facility, in our building, either as someone who's working here, or a visitor, or a patient. And it's a beautiful, beautiful way to collaborate and to tap into that healing element. You know, art is medicine, and we feel that. We feel that.
Let me then show people how they can go ahead and get their tickets. Again, as they both mentioned, it's $25. That's all access for you. If you go to memorial.org/arts4health, that's how you can get your tickets. You can also, I think, still sign on to be a sponsor if you would like. The phone number to call is 495-4438. All of this happening 6 p.m. on Thursday, March 18th. It's a virtual offering of the Cam Busch Arts for Health series. Thank you both.
Thanks, Julie.
Take the technology and experience of the Channel 3 Storm Alert team with you wherever you go.